play Breath of the Wild.
No, I mean, I've been watching other Game Grumps Zelda playthroughs. Because I watched Link to the Past again and Zelda 2 again.
Okay, so as soon as we hit this grid, then I'm gonna go south and see if I can come across one. Almost there, almost there. So yeah, Alex, what do you think about the revelations that you just saw? Like,
Okay, I totally could see the king being the boat, but I was really surprised Tetra was Zelda.
huh?
Even when Ganon said, I found you, Princess Zelda, I figured, oh, it's... I was like, well, first I was like, whoa, she's Zelda? Then I'm like, oh, no, she probably just has a piece of the Triforce. She probably took it off the other girl.
Well, she isn't Zelda. Like, she's not the Ocarina of Time Zelda. She's an ancestor.
I know.
So that's accurate.
You
I mean,
but-
Zelda, the character,
yeah,
Zelda.
she is Zelda.
You mean Tetra is an ancestor?
Well, they're
Yeah.
all ancestors, aren't they? They're all
Would
descendants
that be the
of-
correct
They're
term?
they're all ancestors, I believe.
Would that be a correct term, though? Ancestor?
Yeah,
Or
Descendant?
You're
Des-
talking about somebody down the line, yes.
descendant then.
wouldn't it be
not
more
They're
ancestor.
descendant?
predecessors.
Wouldn't it be more a
They are
descendant?
predecessors. They are
No, we're talking Tetra would be Zelda's descendant.
descendant, yes.
Yeah, because I'm like, ancestor, wouldn't Tetra
Ancestors
be
is the other
dead?
No, the King of Hyrule would be an ancestor because he's the only one that isn't a survivor or anything like that.
Well, yeah.
He's the guy.
He's just dead.
He's forever bound to that area. So that's the thing too. So yeah. And
Yeah,
then you also
like-
had Ganondorf. He's back. He's pissed.
Ganon is back and now he's pissed. In
Well,
Legend of
more-
Zelda 2,
More
Ganon's
pissed than he
pi-
was before.
Ganon's revenge.
More pissed than before.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Ganondorf. What? But we also have the other realization that he still has the Triforce of Power,
Doesn't he
and Zelda
always have
still
the
has the
Triforce?
Triforce of Wisdom.
Doesn't,
Or rather, her descendants have it.
yeah, well, doesn't Ganon always have the Triforce of Power? Isn't that kind of always the theme?
He always ends up having
Yes and
it.
no. The Ocarina of Time mechanic hasn't been done in every single game. Oh, it's more Twitter stuff. Don't worry, my phone's not going off weird.
No, I was just wondering what it said.
Cap, where's one of these stupid...
Ganon
Hurricanes.
for-
They all have fixed positions, I know that much, and I want to get that done at least before we call a break. Okay, let's go east. Because basically what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to get a little bit of a fast travel system going across the Isles. So we don't actually have to, manually travel throughout the entire Great Sea. This is actually partially one of the reasons the reviewers gave it such a bad score. A lot of them, I actually know through their own confessions, they didn't know about this.
Mhm.
And if they did, then they actually have admitted that they would have rated it a little higher. Here we go. There's one. So, big twist. There's a twister. There's a twister. Do I dare change the wind? Because I'm already making it there at a good pace.
No, I think you're doing okay.
I'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I'll be fine. So, hi there, Mr.
We're gonna
Twister.
go for a ride.
We are. Oh, hi, buddy. So,
Bomb still? Okay. Oh, okay.
nope, gotta use the arrows. But you also are on a time limit. You cannot let him suck you in, or you have to reset it. There we go. That's a heck of an arm you got there, Sonny. And what an eye! No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. You obviously have mastery of the air. And now that we've established that you're quite the Wind Waker, let me see if you can handle this.
Get a load of this.
So, okay, first of all, we need to switch it to 4. You learned the Ballad of Gales. Wahoo! In the hands of a Wind Waker like you, my adorable little cyclones will be as happy as can be. If you need to move like the wind over the ocean deeps, just call upon my cyclones. Well, I guess I'll head home for now. See you all down the road. Okay, so now that we have the Ballad of Gales, I'm going to showcase this really quick. Oh, right, wrong one. You have conducted the Ballad of Gales. And this now gives us access to all of the cyclones that are in fixed areas around the map.
Nice.
So now we get a fast travel system everywhere we need to go. And the one that's bigger is usually the one that you're highlighting. So let's go ahead and do a quick highlight on, say, Windfall Island. And this is what happens. I'm getting dizzy, Link. I should make him barf every time. There you go. Never get used to that.
We do enough of that with the compass.
Alright,
hey,
so
Beetle.
here is Windfall Island. So now we have a fast travel system, and we are going to need to get a few other errands done before we can start up our next quest, but we're out of time today. So when we get back, we will do those quests, and then we will begin to infuse power to the Master Sword. Hi, guys. So, got a bit of a confession to make right now. Somehow, the audio that we recorded for this footage, so we were cutting in on previous footage and now coming into new stuff. We somehow lost the audio, and so this is future Drak and Shadow coming in from the future. Do you want to know how futuristic we are? In the future, it got a lot hotter. So, yeah, this is future Drak and Shadow. We're post-commentating these parts just to get them done. I'm not quite sure what happened to the audio, but we couldn't find it, so my guess is either it got misnumbered or saved over. And now that we have the Ballad of Gales, we can unlock this. Now, there still is dialogue, so we'll read it as best we can.
And we have to reread it again?
You have to reread it again. Sorry.
Welcome back to more of the Legend of Spionf.
Of Spirit. No, because we're not the Game Grumps. I don't want to get a copyright strike from them. So here's the Great Fairy. And I think Andrea had her.
Yeah. Tell me, little boy, can you control the wind?
I don't know. Can you control the wind? This may have been we were having a conversation or something.
Probably. So young to have such power. How did you find me here? I am the queen of the fairy world. What does that matter, my child? Does that not surprise you, young one?
Uh-huh.
I like you. And so I shall give you new powers to the bow that you wield.
Oh, that's right. We were having a discussion because you hadn't seen the fairies of Wind Waker yet. The Great Fairies. And this was your first time. So, dang it. That's stuff I really wish we would have kept. But unfortunately, there you go. So now everybody gets your live reaction to stuff you've already seen.
It's adorable.
Ah, that's where my heart is! Stop it! The powers of fire and ice have been added to your arrows. When you take out your bow, you can use the ZR button to change arrowheads, then fire away. So now you can swap between normal fire and ice arrows. You know, I like this Great Fairy and all, but she's kind of
Ice arrows can freeze the hottest flames, and fire arrows can melt the coldest ice.
Still not as freaky as the Ocarina of Time one.
This is true.
The fairies in the fountain will ease your weariness. Use them as you need to.
Whoa.
Child, I must tell you, you are just my type.
Lady, you're like 1,000,000 years old.
I need an adult!
What? What are you doing? Huh?
I'm just thinking of DBZ Abridged. I need an adult. I am an adult. BAM!
All right, there you go. So now you've seen the Great Fairy of this one, which is creepy little girl. And actually, you know, I like this Great Fairy, but I see the problem. Creepy little girl, yeah, there's a bit of an issue there.
It's a fairy. It's a mythical being that's probably like 20,000 years old.
Yeah. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I remember doing this because I was trying to get a Great Fairy or a fairy in a bottle, and I screwed it up.
Well, he kept getting water instead.
Yeah. Or I tried to get that one, and then that screwed up.
Fine, I'll get out and get it.
And I used up the fairy to get some water.
Link was just really thirsty.
Yes. Well, technically, I would think you would want the water too, but I don't know. Maybe the fairies have peed in it. That's my guess.
Well, I think
the water should have the exact same properties as the fairy. I'm just saying.
Well, I think the water, he used it for a different purpose, really.
Yeah, you do. There we go. So, oh, you got a big tear.
It's just its one. It's not a tear.
No, if you look in there, there's a little tear coming out of the fairy's eye. So now that we have that, it's time for us to leave the Great Fairy Fountain and actually use the fire and ice arrows to unlock additional items that we need for the new temples that we need to go uncover. And for some reason, I'm moving at a very slow pace, probably because I need to figure out where I'm actually going. Yes, that's right, because unlike most parts in Wind Waker so far, this one I actually did use a strategy guide. Alex is just sitting here going, man, this is so freaking unprofessional, man.
Yeah, so unprofessional. There's another keychain.
Well, I was looking at what's that keychain?
Alex, you are like a character in an anime. You have a little dangling keychain off of your phone.
They're all the rage in Japan.
And are you living in Japan?
No.
I mean, seriously, get good at where you live.
Quit being such a weeb.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z said it best. Fucking weeaboos!
My hat is flying off to the distance.
Yes.
Tough country.
So here we go. We are heading off to the one of two islands that actually does have the tools we need to go to the next temple. The reason that we did the arrows first is because you actually do need the arrows to unlock those particular areas. And it's timed, so that's always going to be fun. And while we sail to our next location, I mean, this is usually the time where we answer questions and all that. We're from the future, so...
We're from the future.
Do we dare answer questions from the future? I mean, we could harm the space-time continuum.
Let her ask questions from the past.
Oh, no, I don't have those questions anymore, so... Alright, so here's actually our first destination. You'll see this big volcano going off. So all you gotta do is... swap over to our arrows. And we need our ice arrows, and just fire it off into the geyser of flame. Or molten magma, whatever that actually is.
And
That's
you just
not what I wanted, past me.
and
Actually, it would be lava, because it's actually coming out of the mountain.
There we go. And unfortunately, it's timed from here on in. So our goal is to go into the volcano to grab the next item that we need.
I think I remember you being able to do these perfect. Or as perfect as you can.
This one I didn't have any issues, but the other one I did. And it's just because, unfortunately, the next one is an ice area, so you have to deal with, well, as Alex has put so eloquently before, fucking ice mechanics.
and past you went the wrong way.
Yes, actually, this was the only flaw I had, Alex, which was
Right.
I went the wrong way
You went the wrong way.
on the way up. Thanks, backseat driver Andrea.
Hey, that was past backseat.
I'd just like to point out, actually, somebody in the comments actually did reach out to me and go, wow, your wife just wants to tell you every time she can you suck. Yes, so my answer is yeah, she does. She really likes to backseat drive when I'm playing a Zelda game. Hint, hint. Do it for you. Actually, no, I do it for you. I was like, why do you want to 100% complete this game? Just move on. There's so many other games for you to go see.
So much to see, so much to do.
Alright, so
So much
here's
wrong with
inside the
being in the
volcano.
back
You'll
shot.
notice the timer is still going off because we do need to complete this in the time limit. Otherwise, we get forced out. And here's your favorite enemies ever, Alex. It's the keys. I mean bats. I mean keys. Key bats? Bat keys.
To the bat key. Throw away the bat key, old chum.
We love you, Adam West. We were sorry to see you go. But I'm pretty sure that Batman would have had bat keys. Crap! Young Lord, I can't start the Batmobile. I forgot my keys in the Batcave. You know that's at least one joke that Adam West wanted to do at some point, but he never got the opportunity. There we go. Now, I'm being an idiot because I'm tossing this out here, which is going to rejuvenate him.
Ho ho ho, silly boy. Magma's my energy.
Exactly. Now we might as well just wait for this guy to be an idiot. There we go. Okay, now we'll just thrash the crap out of these guys. Evil globe. And treasure chest. Yay! We figured this out, Alex. We're so smart.
A Smartie.
We deserve Smarties. Although I can't do Smarties anymore. Can you?
Not really.
They're kind of sour now. And with this, we get the power bracelets. Both arms are stronger than ever.
They look like rings from Sonic.
That's how big a bracelet should be on a kid like Link.
Uh-huh.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing.
No.
I'm sorry that Link accessorized for you.
Oh,
And actually, at this point, I remember talking about because one of my favorite things about the Wind Waker playthrough for Game Grumps is that they did do a lot of jokes with the giant
lifting up
statue
those
heads. It's like, hi everybody, I'm Statue Head. It's the cowbird, bird cow.
They
It's
sound
annoying.
like sheep more.
Or yeah, sheep bird. It's a sheep bird. Okay, so it's time for us to go to the second goal.
You can never remember the music pattern.
Oh, it's hard when you get to the the dungeons that you have to memorize all those funky songs, and you're like, I can't remember.
The ones that kill me are the two temples in this game because those are the ones that take on the full 6 measures. And in fact, in the future, we've actually unlocked the hardest one in my opinion, which is the one I never remember. Okay, so the next one is actually really close to Outset Island, if I remember correctly.
To the outset of the island.
Yes. Hi, Grandma. We're ignoring you some more.
Hi, we're just passing by.
Oh, Link, you finally come home. No,
Sorry.
just passing through.
Oh dear.
Which is funny because we actually did get comments later on in the future of, you should really go back to your grandma because you can get soup. And yes, you can. You can get this game's equivalent of Lon Lon Milk, which is grandma's chicken soup. And it is actually more helpful than the fairies because it gives you hearts and magic. But I tend to go for the fairies because, yeah, death is going to be a thing, especially later on. It's not like this game doesn't have hard bosses, guys. It does, and they're annoying as crap.
Yeah, the good thing about fairies is if you die, they bring you back to
Instantly
life.
resurrect you. The soup doesn't just magically fall into your mouth and resurrect you guys.
Oh, shit.
So,
Okay, now we are on our way to the next island.
Well, didn't the red potions do that in the first
well,
Zelda?
Nope.
nope, red potions just heal
Potions
you.
themselves you have to use.
Right.
Otherwise, you just die. Kind of thing. That's why in Link to the Past I had so many fairies, and I didn't resort to potions. And that cost us later, like around the 4th dungeon, where I needed to have a magic potion. Because I'm not as conscientious about that. I like having the set it and forget it fairy. I die. Oh look, I have round 2.
Well, since you've played Breath of the Wild, Alex, are you thinking of playing some of the other Zelda games?
Yeah, probably.
You have a Wii U, so you have access to a virtual console.
Except I have to come over here to download anything.
This is true. We need to fix that over at your place. Your Wii U hates your internet.
It does.
It hates it with a bloody passion. But that's okay. We can get that downloaded for you.
Which is funny because my 3DS is just fine, so is my PS3, but it's just my Wii U. It doesn't
The Wii
like
U's
it.
picky though. I'll even admit the Switch is kind of picky too.
So that's what I was afraid of. I'm gonna need to like test pilot the Switch at my house before I invest in it.
Well, we also do have copies of like the 3DS or something of the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
I have Ocarina. I don't have Majora. You have Majora.
I do.
Of course you do.
So I wanted to try them after I'm done with, like...
You have fun with that, because I played through Majora's Mask and I was done.
I loved it.
Somewhere off in the ether, I can feel all the screaming out, "Damn it, Adam!" and not knowing why.
Why?
Exactly. I'm glad you pointed out the error of your ways there, Andrea. Because I don't like Majora's Mask. I'm not a fan. If you give me a choice between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which one was better on the N64, I would say Ocarina of Time any day of the week. I like it better. I honestly thought Majora's Mask was too tedious. And I've gone over this over and over. But
Man,
actually,
Alex, if you tried playing like
that actually does bring up an interesting question. So, Alex, I don't know if he can answer this because he hasn't. His exposure to the Zelda series only broadened recently with Breath of the Wild, but we did actually get somebody asking, so what would you consider the worst Zelda game you've ever played? I don't know if Alex can answer that, because
at least not
Breath.
At least not until
So Breath of the Wild. It's both your best and your worst experience. It's your own.
In a sense.
Yeah,
Because there were moments that I found frustrating, but at the same time, I never found the game unfair.
Trust me, some of those shrines can go F themselves.
Yeah, I hate
Well,
some of
Have
those.
you done the one where you have to rotate the controller around?
Oh yeah, and
Oh.
it's so awkward. I don't know how it is on the Switch, but it's so awkward with the gamepad on the Wii U.
Was it super finicky for you?
Yeah.
Okay, then I would say that's the one difference between the Switch and the Wii U.
In fact, with that one, I just kind of won it by pure dumb luck because
Yeah.
I had the ball in an awkward position, so I was just trying to fling it off to reset the puzzle, and somehow the ball just ended up in the hole anyway. So I was like, "Whoa, how did I do that?"
I honestly had an entire hour. I actually have it documented. I have an hour-long recording, and it's just that puzzle. Just me working that puzzle over and over again. We keep on interrupting you, Andrea. So what is your worst game that you've come across in the Zelda franchise? None is not an answer.
I haven't even played through them all yet, so I
You've
can't.
played a good portion. You can make an answer.
We can all just agree the CDI games are awful.
Well, then she would say I haven't played them.
Yeah, but they're still bad.
They
Doesn't
are
matter.
bad.
Well, I probably wouldn't.
No, we will not play them.
No.
Well,
Get people still that say, "Can you?" The Game Grumps did. Why won't you?
I don't even.
Congratulations to the Game Grumps. I ain't playing them.
Well, I don't think I could even play them. Anyway, regardless.
There actually is a CDI emulator, but from what I hear, it's finicky as crap. And,
It's unless somebody wants to donate us a CDI and the games, but those are
if you want to pay the $750 to get a CDI, working games, and all that stuff, then sure, fine, we'll play that. But we're gonna immediately hand them back to you and go, "I hope you can get your money back." Actually, no, that's gonna be my first reaction when you hand that to me. I'm like, "Can you get your money back? Can you get it?"
I would.
Crap.
I don't know.
Come on.
Maybe I would say.
No, I wouldn't, because I'd feel bad for the guy. I'm like, you spent $750 just to see this. Can you get your money back? Because you're not going to like the reactions you get from us.
Well, there's only one reaction they'd expect. That's
Rage.
That's vitriol and rage. So, by...
I'm sorry, I keep on interrupting you, Andrea.
You always do.
Yeah,
I do.
Adam, jeez.
I just feel loved. No, I would just say maybe 2 would probably be the one that would be probably because of maybe the game mechanics. I don't know.
2's up there. 2's up there. So, fun fact, people will notice there's a little bit of a magic cut right here. I had some issues.
Just fell off the
It's
slide.
big.
I fell off, not just once, I fell off like twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
And I did fix it. So, yeah, you can see me falling off right here, but eventually I'm going to end up back on the platform. So you guys didn't have to worry about it.
like
I actually ran the timer out
Yeah.
for this.
It's like racing that dip. Yeah, it was so close, too. It was like the last second.
It's
But you know, since I've been playing Spirit Tracks, if there's one thing of the game mechanic I really do not like trying to deal with is playing the little flute.
Okay.
And I'm not a big fan of having to use the microphone on the system as your mechanic. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I heard that you could do that, and unfortunately the Wii... So you're playing on the Wii U.
yeah, I'm playing on the Wii U. I don't know
But
about...
the DS, the Wii U, all of them have really, really crappy mics. So...
Well, it just seems like, how do you know how to exactly blow to make it actually work properly?
Well, I'll show you where the mic is,
Well-
but it doesn't matter, because here's the thing, I never played Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass, but I did play the Phoenix Wright games, which was another game that was dependent on that damn mic. And it sucked! It didn't work!
Have you ever played a game like that, Alex, where you had to use the mic as...
No, I've never used the mic.
No, because...
And here is the Iron Boots, so
The
this is the other thing
Iron
that we need
Boots.
to unlock the second dungeon. Now, we won't need these right off the bat, but I wanted to get them just to be done. And not have to worry about
Yeah,
them
so,
ever again.
you know, like you're playing like a little flute, Alex, in the game. And you have to blow in the mic to act like you're doing it. And it was like, oh my gosh, how many tries to make a song work properly? I don't know how many times I've done it.
Too bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's too bad, because that sounds like a...
I mean, it's
clever
a
mechanic,
great
but-
idea, but I just wish I could just tap the places where I want to play the music and let Link do it.
Exactly. So you guys will notice that the Iron Boots have been changed from my Ocarina of Time, where you actually can equip them. You don't have to go through an equipment screen or anything like that. But that's going to go ahead and do it for us this week. So when we come back next week, we will start up the story for the dungeons, for the next dungeon.